Alright guys, well, I am in a new car. I just, not too long ago, I bought a new car. And before I tell you guys what it is, I need to admit something. I have sold the Integra. A couple weeks ago during the holidays, I drove the Integra to California, and I made it to Vegas just fine. But when I literally crossed the California border, and I lost compression. The car must have been very conservative because it did not like California. So I pulled over and I had it towed back to Utah. And we're gonna cut to that scene real quick of it getting towed back, and I sold the car, so we'll get to that as well. Alright guys, so here I am. I am sitting in the Integra. It is in Prim, Nevada. I left it here for the last 5 days. No one stole it, so that's good. Let me start it up and show you guys reason why it's getting towed back. I didn't make a full, well, I probably explained earlier, but yeah, didn't make a full video of the road trip just because I just really didn't plan on it. The car made it to Vegas just fine from Logan, Utah, so that's about 500 miles of a drive. Did awesome. So then all of a sudden, faith restored in the car. I had no fear in driving it any further. Only had 200 more miles to go. As soon as I cross the California border, the car loses a cylinder, it starts to misfire, and pull over, check for spark, check for fuel, all good, timing's good. So I did a compression test and number one's low. I don't have a number, but what I did was I put my hand over the cylinders without spark plugs in them and cranked them and checked each one. And number one was just so low. It felt like someone just like wheezing on your hand, while the other ones would like really have a strong pulse of compression. And the way it cranks, it sounds different. So let me show you guys now and show you guys what it sounds like, and we're getting this car towed back. Okay, so I'm gonna crank it real quick without any fuel pressure. For Honda guys, you guys will know this doesn't sound right. Hear the cranking noise? Hear the compression noise? It sounds like it's off a beat, and that's because one of the cylinders doesn't have compression. So let me fire it up now. It sounds like a Subaru. So that's what's up with the Integra. I lost the cylinder. I don't know why. I had to tear it apart. Really don't know why. This motor has about 5,000 miles now, and it seriously did so good the whole way here. It just lost compression out of nowhere. Oh, we're going. All right, there goes the Integra back to Utah. All right, there the tag goes to the new owner. Super bittersweet moment. Gonna miss this car for sure. Definitely gonna miss this car. Oh, I left the e-brake on in the car. Whoops, want me to leave it in gear though?
No, good.
Oh, there we go. Hey, take it easy, man. Enjoy the car. Don't cry. Try not to cry. Maybe a little bit of tears are okay. There it goes. Oh man, I'm sad. So, the Integra is gone. I may or may not have cried a little bit, but it's for the better. And one of my friends put it in the best words. Sometimes you can love a car all you want, but it might not love you back. So, I think that was the case, so it was just easier to sell it. I actually had it sold within 45 minutes of putting an ad up, so that was kind of impressive. And the seller did know it had, lost compression on cylinder one. So, he actually texted me today and found out what's wrong, and it looks like one of the valves disintegrated. So here's a picture of it here. Just crazy. Like, I'm not sure what could cause that. The car was actually running a little rich while I was at that elevation as well, so I'm not sure if it was running lean and that's what caused it. I wonder if just countless heat cycles of a supercharged motor caused the issue. But for now, we now have a new car. So, as you can tell, I have some tires behind me. I got some bride seats as well. So, it is a 6-cylinder car. It will be an autocross monster, or let me say it already is. This car has won some national events already in SCCA, so it already has a good resume underneath it. And let's just cut to the steering wheel so you guys can see what I'm driving. Oh, but it's not an E92 because the red line would be higher. So I'm gonna park the car up. Oh, it's cold. I'm gonna park the car up and kind of do a walk around of the car, give a lowdown, what it is, what it has, and what the plans are with this car. All right, guys, let me show you what I got. there she is. It's a 1 Series. But which 1 Series is it? That's the real question. Oh, I don't even know myself. So guys, I got a 128i. This is a week after started the video actually, because it just got dark when I got back, and then I had work this whole week, and it was dark after work every day. So, but here it is. This is the 128i. This car behind me has been nationally competitive for the last 3 years. It's actually won a few national titles at some of the regional national events. Not the big national one in the East Coast, but it's won some other titles, and it's podiumed at nationals from what I understand. It's ranked very well. I know that in STX. So let's go over what the car has done to it and why I bought it. So this is a 128i, a 2012 model, the M factory package. So it has the M bumper. Let's see what else makes it M. There's the M steering wheel. And the M rear bumper. I really like this rear bumper quite a bit, actually. It's a good looking car, actually. I didn't really like 1 Series before, but this has grown on me. And honestly, this has been, I will say this has been one of the best cars I've ever driven. Like top 3 easily, like with the Porsches. So take that with my opinion. Right now it's on some 17x9 Cozes. I did get 2 other sets of wheels with this purchase of the car. So I got a set of 17x9 SSR Type Cs and a set of 18x9 Forge Stars that are custom made to fit this car. This car has a hard time fitting tire under it because the fenders are so narrow, but we've managed. It's really low, actually, really low. Like, well, we'll come back here. Like tucking tire. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. Oh, you guys see that? It's an M thingy. I'm gonna call it the NA1M because that's what it really feels like. So here is the engine. So this is actually an N51, not an N52. The N51 was the emissions version of the N52. So it saw a lower compression ratio. But what I did get was a 3-stage intake manifold, which is kind of desirable. Like the best NA N-series motor would be this intake manifold on an N52. They gave a better intake manifold to match the numbers the higher compression ratio non-California emissions cars would get. So that's the reasoning. Right now, the full intake exhaust headers, it makes 240 at the wheels, so it's pretty good. As you can see here, we got some energy drinks up here and right there for when I'm cruising on the highway and I need a gap of Subaru. This has JRZ coilovers with some force lag plates and a lot of 1M suspension goodies. This car is hooked to the ground. Fun fact, I'm not sure this was intentional, but see the openings for this AFE intake? I'm not sure if it's really an opening or like a vent or if it's pulling more air in there, but look at it, look at the shape. Now look at the grill. I wonder if that was intentional. So we're here at the rear end of the car now. The best asset of this car, no pun intended. Actually, pun intended. I think the best thing this car has going for it is the diff. A lot of you 1 Series and 3 Series owners of this generation know that the differentials are very difficult to work with. They're expensive. And this has a custom 1.5 weight diff made for it. I don't know how to explain it, but the last owner explained it as witchcraft, and I would also have to agree, it is witchcraft. It is crazy how good this car hooks. I had a hard time breaking this car loose. I got it sideways for maybe a quarter to half a second on a rainy day, and the car was able to still catch some grip and go and pull. It has so much mechanical grip, and I'm not even on the race tires right now. I think one of my favorite parts about this car is the bride seats. I've always thought German cars with Japanese parts are so freaking cool, and I've got some legit brides in the car. The last owner put them in, of course, but it's just a really well sorted package of a car. I can't remember what the short shifter kit is called, but it has one. Feels really good. I like the suede boot. Apparently this aluminum piece is very rare from what I understand, so that's cool. I have that. I have a car with back seats, and actually I can sit back there quite comfortably. Fun fact. This is actually the lowest mileage car I've owned. Let's see, I'm still kind of figuring the car out, all the nooks and crannies. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, 64,000 miles. I've never owned a car with 5 digits on the odometer. I'm not going to count the Integra. There you go, shut up. Yep, we don't have TPMS. So yeah, this is the lowest mileage car I've owned. The Integra had 80,000 miles on the odometer, but I found out that was a Canadian car. I was gonna miss that car, but after driving this for a while, I don't miss it anymore. This is absolutely, easily one of the best cars I've ever driven. It just checks off so many boxes. Like a great performance car, great daily. Actually does pretty good on fuel economy. I was getting 33 on the highway on the way back, trying to be nice. And since then, I haven't been nice to it at all. So it's been a great car overall, and it came with so many goodies. This car's already prepped and ready for autocross. The reason the last owner sold it, he was actually a local autocrosser as well as a national competitor. He needed a car with 4 doors, or else he wouldn't have got rid of this car. So I kind of wasn't planning on buying a car till springtime, but I just came across a really good deal. I got a car that was, fully prepped for STX. This should really help me as a driver be better. It's a car with higher limits, so I can really work on myself as a driver. So basically, I've seen this car do fastest time of the day, or get top 3, or whatever, really rank high. And now that puts it on me to see if I can also do the same, and that kind of tells me how I'm doing as a driver, if I can make lightning strike twice. So let's go for a drive. We're gonna put the head cam on. I'm just gonna drive around and kind of talk a little more about the car and give you guys some sound from the driver's perspective, and we'll go from there. All right, let's go. What's nice about these brides, they sit so low in this car that, like, you don't have headliner vision over this head cam. So yeah, it is a 128i. It's not very fast. I was actually looking at my next car being something a little more powerful, but this still fits the bill. Oh, dude, you're in a truck. Why are you slowing down for this bump? Even I would go faster. This car's been amazing. Honestly, it's very reminiscent of like an E36 M3 sound, proportions of the car, like even the taillights kind of give me that E36 M3 vibe. And I've always loved E36 M3s, but this is more modern. I think it would be fair to say that this car is kind of what a 2012 E36 M3 would be like. I mean, you could say it'd be a little more powerful than the E46, but still. So I think I forgot to mention that this car in race guise weighs 20 pounds. So pretty lightweight actually. To get it into race mode, I'd have to put a smaller battery in the rear, and then the last owner gave me a 90-degree downturn to V-band on, so I can remove the muffler section at the rear and have a 90-degree downturn towards the ground. STX rules say that the exhaust must exit past the driver, and that's it. So it would dump behind me, and that's legal for the rules. Let's go ahead. We got an empty road here. Let's open it up. Ferodo DS2500 brake pads. They're really loud, but they're really good. So that sounds so good. And on heel toe, oh, this car is absolutely amazing. So much grip, so much grip. It's so stable. You can really upset the car if you want, and it just takes it. It just gives you grip and confidence, and the limits are so high of this car, it's nuts. I haven't found the limit yet, and I can only imagine how much faster it's gonna feel with the sticky tires on. Absolutely amazing car. I feel like this chassis is really slept on. Like, I know people like the 135i because you get the N54 engine, but I think if you want a raw, pure driving experience and you want something naturally aspirated, this car right here is slept on in that category. acceleration, but I didn't get upset. You can just feel the rear end saying, hey, I'm at the limit. Oh, this car is amazing. Amazing. But it really dual purpose as well. Like, it's also makes for just a great daily driver. Like, right now we're on the highway, we're going 60. Cruising speeds at 2100 RPM. And if my fuel economy history wasn't trash, fuel economy would be at, I mean, it's saying we're doing 36, 35 miles to the gallon to 37-ish. I mean, what more could you ask for from a car? Like, how amazing to, like, it really checks off all the boxes without compromising. So, I really look forward to see what I can do with this car. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to see what this car can do. Because I'm seriously, I can't wait for autocross. I think this is going to be a good year for both autocross and track stuff. This car actually slots into NASA TT5 really good. Doing the calculations, if I go on a street tire, I'm technically legal. And it technically made 240 wheel at 1,000 feet elevation, and we're at 4,500 here, so I might be able to get some more points back for the NASA calculation. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is sad to see the Integra go, but we've moved on to bigger and better things. And a quick update, I haven't made a video for a while. This last semester of school was my last semester of school. So I am done with school. I have my bachelor's degree, and I started full-time in December as an engineer, an automation engineer. So hopefully with more funds and you know, not only having to go to school and go to work and not school, I'll be able to put out more content. So I really hope you guys are excited for that. I know I'm excited to make more videos. And let me know what you guys want to see. Like, especially like, let's play the unreliable German car game. See what breaks and see what we can do, or see how far it goes without breaking. Maybe we might have found the happy recipe here. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.